And this is the 20th century section in the British Museum. Now, this shouldn't be here. This is full of communist memorabilia. But stick your camera in here for me, please, Jerry. And you'll notice straight away things that remind you of Antifa. Right? That's because the colours, the symbols, everything you know of Antifa came from the communist parties, which led up to the Russian Revolution. So these were terrorists who were either looking to damage the nations that they were living in or had already been banned from nations they were living in. So, for instance, the Communist Manifesto was arranged and written by Marx, Engels, many people that were hiding in London who had actually been banned because they were terrorists, whether they was in the Rhineland of Germany or whether they was in France, they had already been banned as terrorists. So when our police, when Scotland Yard was asked to arrest people like Lenin, for instance, they was ignored because our government was actually aiding the communists. And that's why, if you look here, you'll notice here, this sign here, that is the Freemason sign. So they're not very rebellious, are they, communists, when they're actually shown to be institutionally part of the system. And more of the Russian pieces that have been kept, and this would have been during the lead up towards the Bolshevik Revolution. It's called the Russian Revolution, but it's the Bolshevik Revolution, which would see the end to the Tsardom, which is where we saw Tsar Nikolai II shot. Him and his family were all shot because those that were behind these nefarious factions knew that the divine right to rule, the autocratic nature of the monarchs had to go because they wanted to introduce things like the guise of freedom of press, democracy, but these weren't really what they was up to, which is why the world's like it is today. But there's nothing in this museum to counteract. There's nothing, I've not walked around and seen plaques of the Tsar and so on. So for me, this is a very, very biased and misleading room. And if I had my way, this whole room would just be empty immediately.